Hi, I'm Ray Allen, and I'm going to tell you a story.
Allen for three.
Ray Allen to tie the game. Got it!
Ray Allen, quick three. Tie game!
My range is pretty deep. It's like one of those superhuman things when somebody's chasing you, you run faster.
An unbelievable, miraculous shot by Ray Allen.
Momentum could change big time with just one shot. Team thinks they have you against the ropes, or if you're down one or two, you end up going up with a three-pointer. The coach is on the other side yelling, don't leave him. It just crushes the other team. If you're at home, you hit a big three, everybody goes to their feet, cheering, screaming. Vice versa, if I'm on the road and that same play happens, everybody sits down in their seat. You hear like a deafening moan. You can feel it, like a heavy cloud that moves itself over the building. At home, I bring people to their feet, and on the road, I bring them to their knees.
So they've got the marquee guy, Ray Allen. He's one of the best players in the country, a great player in the Big East Conference.
Nice move. Here we go.
It doesn't matter how far away I am from the basket. It doesn't matter if I'm wide open or if there's a hand in my face. When the game is on the line,
Ray Allen for the game. Got it at the buzzer.
there's nothing outside of my range.
It's Allen squaring for three. Oh my.
Three in the air. Got it!
Ray Allen to try three now.
Was there any doubt?
An unbelievable, miraculous shot by Ray Allen.
Allen, the best three-point shooter in NBA history.
How did you come to this decision to leave the Celtics?
It was a tough decision for sure. We got to the end of the season, and ironically enough, Miami put us out. So I was distraught about that. Miami came to the table, and we thought, well, you can't really go to Miami. I'm still upset that they beat us. I don't want to. They don't need me there. I want to go somewhere where I could be used, and where I was going to be used the right way, I thought. So that first day opened up, and I heard from 2 or 3 teams, and Miami being one of them. And I heard from Boston, but not. I wasn't getting anything. There was no courtship there. It was almost as if they just took me for granted and kind of let me float out there, and there was no fervor going after me in that free agency. And then Boston signed so many other guys, free agency-wise, signed some of their own guys and then bring a couple guys in that, I was kind of like the last one on the totem pole, and I was like, well, maybe there isn't a future in Boston for me.
KG, you're either with me or you're not with me. And when Ray Allen went and signed with the Miami Heat, he's dead to him.
You can't pretend he wasn't on the team.
Number 34 in the Raptors, former teammates in the crowd.
Ray Allen, not at the ceremony. That picture suggests, hey, I have better ways to spend my time.
No, to each his own.
And his relationship with Rondo was not good.
In his new autobiography, Ray Allen says that Rajon Rondo told his teammates that he carried all of them to the championship in 2008.
If there is a peace process down the road, it may be stepped back.
It may be pushed back a little bit farther.
That's why Ray Allen is Ray Allen. He has a movie about how great he is.
Hello, everyone. This is Spike Lee, and this is the very first Little Spike's Joints for ESPN. We're here at the Barclays Center in the Republic of Brooklyn, New York. In fact, I grew up in this neighborhood, Fort Greene, Brooklyn. And I'm very excited tonight because this is NBA history. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets and the Miami Heat are gonna wear jerseys with their nickname on the back. And for me, it's really special because Ray Allen, my man Ray Allen, is going to wear Jesus Shuttlesworth, or the initial J, Jesus Shuttlesworth on the back of his jersey. For those you don't know, that's from my film, the seminal basketball film, He Got Game, starring Denzel Washington, Ray Allen, and the lovely, lovely, lovely Rosario Dawson. Well, I'm here with my main man, Ray Allen, Jesus Shuttlesworth. We're in the top of the world's most famous arena, the newly renovated Madison Square Garden. There's been a whole revival of this film. It's amazing since you hit that shot. Before we get to the origin, let's just talk about that shot and just how Jesus just got elevated.
James catches, puts up a three. Long go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang!
First of all, what an incredible moment, just to be in a part of that. That's something that kids you know, their whole lives dream of doing. We all sit on the playground and you talk about that last second shot. You putting yourself in a situation where you got to put that ball in the hole and help your team win.
How many times have you practiced that shot?
That's the thing. That shot, I've practiced thousands of times. When I took that shot, it was like all those thousands of shots that I've taken in my career, in my life. That one shot, you know, people will say that one shot was the greatest shot, obviously, in my career ever. And arguably, some would say one of the best in NBA history because of the ramifications behind it.
I brought the jersey. This is one of the, you had the other one. This is one of the two actual jerseys you wore. The home jersey as Jesus Shuttlesworth, Abraham Lincoln High School, the Rail Splitters, Coney Island. How many years was that, 16 years ago?
17 years, almost.
Can you just
17.
talk about that because before, I think I talked to you first on the phone.
No, it's actually happened right down here. You know, when I look at
Is that the Garden?
So I'm playing on this very floor right here. And I remember down that end, I went to Milwaukee Bucks, and I was having a subpar first half. Allen Houston was cooking, and Spike was standing up in his normal seats, and he just kept trying to get my attention, and I was not trying to pay attention to you. I was like, I'm trying to cut short because I don't want to listen to what you over there talking trash.
I have my reputation is way overblown.
So as I come back around, you pulled me aside. You said, hey, I'm doing this movie this summer. You know, if you're interested, you know, I'd like you to audition for a part in the movie.
Right.
And so I said, really cool. And I made sure that you got my information, and then you called my business manager from there.
Right.
And then after we didn't make the playoffs that year, that was my rookie year. And
that was your rookie year?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my rookie year. I shot down. I live in Connecticut, so I was back and forth to New York every other day. It seemed like from there on in.
How long is the NBA season? 8 months?
If you're good, it could be 8, 9 months.
If you don't make the playoffs, was it 7?
It's 6.5.
So just think about it. NBA player, that's your rookie year. That off season is valuable.
Yeah.
Everybody, Ray Allen sacrificed his entire off season because you were working with the great acting coach Susan Batson, and your last day was the day before you had to report to camp.
We were filmed in North Carolina, and I left from North Carolina and I went straight to Milwaukee. The next day was training camp. One of the things that I always told myself when you asked me if I would like to be part of this movie was, I told myself, if I don't take this opportunity, then I'll just be that guy saying, you know what, when this movie comes out, I was supposed to be in that movie, like a lot of guys are saying now.
I don't know, Iverson. We go down the line.
Yeah.
But I'm not picking on AI, but people have to audition. You're just not gonna get the part.
Right.
You came and you did the work.
For the most part, it's just sad that, I mean, as much as I think my mother inside of me, what she is, she won't be there for me on graduation day a couple months from now. You know, even more importantly, she won't be, you know, at my college graduation when I obtain my bachelor's degree. So, you know, that's gonna hurt me the most. Well, that's the one thing you told me is you didn't guarantee me the lead role because I knew what the movie was about. You said if you're not good for this role, there's other parts in the movie that, you know, I could use you for. And I said, well, cool, let's try to figure it out.
That's where Travis Best fell into.
Yep.
John Wallace.
Yeah, Walter McCarty. Yep.
Your teammates. Talk about how this whole Jesus thing took off and people call you that.
I asked Dwayne Wade before the game which guy in the Heat locker room had the best one. Of course, he said Jesus Shuttlesworth, which is Ray Allen.
In the beginning, once the movie came out, it bothered me a lot because for people early on didn't know what Jesus was or who Jesus was. And when they heard me being called Jesus, they're like, why are you calling that guy that?
Because they didn't know about the film,
They didn't really know about the film my first year, 2 years out.
Ray said that nickname means a ton to him because remember, that movie was done 16 years ago.
And then I started playing in the league with kids who were in high school and grew up and going to college, who had seen the film. And so I'm playing with guys that all they could do was call me Jesus every time they saw me. And every time, you know, we signed a new player, he'd come out of high school or college and he'd be like, Jesus, what's up, Jesus? One guy in particular that he didn't call me anything else was Nate Robinson.
Nate?
Nate Robinson, you know, Jesus, what's up, Jesus? You know, what's up, Jesus? Jesus.
Crazy Nate?
Nate Robinson. Yeah, my man Nate.
Crazy Nate. I know Nate. He knows he's crazy.
Yeah. So it took on a life of its own. Obviously, LeBron, that's all he calls me.
What they call you after you hit the shot, though?
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
I call him Ray Ray.
You don't want to get struck by lightning or something?
You know what? I'm a God-fearing man. I was a religion major in college. I'm just covering my bases.
Over the years now, it's just something that has stuck, and you know, I've accepted the fact that, you know, the way people, a lot of young guys have come into the league, coming to college and then into the league, and I was sitting some football players in Miami the other day, and they said, when I seen he got game, I knew I was going to college.
Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining. And Ray Allen, the best three-point shooter in NBA history.